Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing part 2 of 33 things I wish I knew before I turned 33. And your girl only got through 15 last time, but I promise I'm going to speed through these this time. I'm praying that this video is not as long. I do have to get ready, so I'm going to do my makeup like I did in the other video. Who would have thought that it would have taken that long to talk about only 33 things? If you guys enjoy these videos, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, so that way you can see all my fire videos. This is one of my first videos that I'm recording since I got back from vocal cord surgery. That's why I took a little bit of time off, but your girl's back. And yeah, let's get into it. So we're at 16. I was getting tired that last video. Like I couldn't even barely get through it and I was starving to death, I think. Number 16, being nice shouldn't compromise your boundaries. Let me tell you something. Just because you don't want to do something and you say no doesn't mean that you're not a nice person. I think that people do things out of their way for people because they don't want to be perceived in a certain way. Don't worry about being perceived anyway. People are going to perceive you how they're going to perceive you regardless. If you know in your heart and you have integrity that you are a good person, then nobody should be able to take that away from you, period. Okay? So just remember, if you have a boundary, if you don't want to do something, don't go out. Like I feel like the biggest example is these birthday dinners. If you don't want to go to the birthday dinner, don't go. Don't feel like, oh, it's my friend's birthday. If you don't have the money, like there's times where like I felt like I've had to say yes to things, but I was like, I don't have the money for this and I did it anyway and I regretted it. It's okay to say no. Don't ever do something that your heart is telling you like you're not going to be there genuinely anyway. So number 17, invest in memories, not just material things. And that's something that I did so freaking much. I traveled. You guys know I spend my money on experiences. I remember for one of my friend's birthday, we planned a surprise. Me and my friend Eve took everyone rock climbing and it was so much fun. And it was like better than just going out to eat or getting drinks. It was an experience. Everybody got to try something new and it was fun. Number 18, saying no is a full sentence. No explanation needed. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. And if someone asks why, you could just say, oh, I don't feel like it. Or let's say like someone wants you to do something, you're just like, oh, I just can't. You don't have to give any explanation. Do you have something to do? Yeah, I do have something to do. What is it? It's not being at your event. I want to keep it to myself. Thank you very much. Like you don't owe anybody anything except for Jesus. 20, you can outgrow people you love. Growth isn't betrayal. I love this one because I've let go of so many friendships just because I felt like they brought drama into my life. I'm so fast to leave a friendship off of just feeling like I'm not feeling the vibe. I don't like what this person represents. I don't like that every time we go out, they're doing the most. I feel like that's valid enough for you to be like, you know what? It's okay for you to be like, this friendship's not for me anymore. And I don't think an explanation is really needed unless people ask. Like sometimes when you just stop being available, people get the hint. But if people ask, you could just say, oh, I'm just doing my own thing. I'm just not trying to go out as much. Or if you are trying to go out, just not with that person. You could even be honest, like you party a little bit too hard for me. And I like to just be a little bit more chill. That's just like one example. But sometimes people just don't align with the new version of yourself. You know what I mean? And you can accept them for where they are, but you can also separate yourself from things that don't align with you and who you are as a person today. Take more videos and photos. You'll cherish them later. Oh my God. Before Instagram was Instagram, I did not take advantage of social media as much as I wish I could have. I didn't see the vision. I thought people were wasting their time on social media. And that's crazy coming from me, right? Because that's what I do for a living. You would think that I would be the biggest supporter of social, but in my younger years I wasn't. If you don't want to be a creator, that's fine. You don't have to be one of those people that put their lives out there on the internet, but I just like it because you can document your life. That's why I love YouTube so much, because you can keep everything private. Nobody ever has to see your content and the memories will always be there. So even if it's just for you and your family, at least it's there. I went on so many trips and vacations. There were so many memories and I wish I would have taken more video. I took a lot of photos, but I wish I would have taken a lot more video or just kept them, archived them, whatever. But yeah, there's so many memories of things that I've done that I'll always have in my mind, but I wish I would have kept them to like share with my kids. And like, I don't have kids, but share with my nieces and nephews and the people around me. I missed out on that bag for one, because I was not posting, and two, just having those memories. I could have been posting them now Anyway, you'll never regret taking too many photos, but also enjoy the experience. Don't have your whole life wrapped around taking the photo. You know what I mean? Dream bigger than you think you should. Oh, I'm still working on this. I sell myself so short. Sometimes I feel like I can do anything and conquer the world, and I feel like I have so much in me, but sometimes I feel like it's too much, so I'll downplay myself. It's like, wow, I made this goal and it was so easy to me. It came so easily to me. I don't know why I thought I wouldn't be able to do this, and then I wish I would have gone for something bigger. I wish I would have fought harder for my dreams. I just feel like with God, He uses anybody to get the job done. I'm not going off of my own power. I feel like I'm going off God's power. So it's valid to dream big, but also remember to align with God with what your purpose is. Your purpose might not look like what you think it is later on, right? You're like, wow, like this is so much better. But I don't know, just remember everything is possible. Everything is freaking possible. There's things that I never thought I'd be able to do in a million years. I never even dreamt them. And if I would have just been more delusional, I would have been a lot further in life. Give yourself permission to evolve. You're not supposed to stay the same. I've been wrestling with this for so many years. People know me as this version of Leslie. They don't know me as the new version of me. They only recognize what they've known for so long. And I have changed, like even through being online, there's things that I used to say that I'm like, I don't know if I believe that anymore, right? It's okay for you to change your mind and your perspective on things. It's okay for you to have said something and take it back. You know what? Maybe I was wrong about this situation. People who are not gonna like you are not gonna like you no matter what. So you might as well just take it on the chin. Be true to yourself. Like I remember even with how I used to dress, how I used to wear my clothes, I used to dress in such a particular way because I felt like I needed to prove something to people. I needed to wear revealing clothes to be like, yeah, you see, I could be sexy too. Just because I'm in a bigger body doesn't mean I'm not that girl, right? And it took me some time to be like, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Now that I'm in church, I hate saying modest because I'll probably always fall short of being what people consider modest, because the idea of modesty is just different for everybody. Everybody has their own personal opinion of what that is. So I try not to label myself. Always fall short of someone's perspective of what modesty is. But it doesn't mean that I'm not willing to try to be the version of myself that I see myself being. So I don't wear as much revealing clothes as I used to. I don't like have myself out there as much, even though I was preaching that on the top of my lungs before, like, oh, it's okay to put yourself out there. It's okay to, put your body. And it is like, I'm not judging anybody who decides to like wear certain things. I was that person that would, but I've changed, and it doesn't mean that you can't. It just means that I'm not. And I've struggled with that for so long. People just expecting me, or I thought people expected me to look a certain way. But then the more I started being myself and looking at it, nobody really cared as much as I thought people did. People are not paying attention to you as much as you think. And the people who are, I take it as tests. I feel like people are gonna people, and I'm never gonna win. So I'm just gonna do the best that I can and move on with my life. Chase the life you want, not the one Instagram tells you to want. I've been fighting with this for so many years. I know that I have the capability of doing so many things, but when I look on social and I see how everybody else does things, it stops me sometimes in my tracks, and I compare myself. They say comparison is the thief of happiness. It really is. I'm doing videos, I'm posting, I'm being consistent, I'm doing the best that I can. But if I look at like someone else's, I'm like, wow, they're getting twice as many videos done or twice as many views. They're not even working as hard as me. I'm working so hard. Maybe this isn't for me. It has affected my mental health so much because I sometimes wonder why I'm not further with where I want to be. It's just one of those things where the things that I'm praying for, I don't want to have to lie for brand deals. Not that all influencers do that, but some of them do. I don't want to have like the cleanest, most aesthetic house all the time. Like, it's so hard to do that. For me, it's very difficult for me to always be clean and proper and nice and have everything perfect. I'm not an interior designer, but I also don't have the funds to go and like redo my home to make it look like $1 million mansion. And that's okay. I don't have to have all of everything. I don't have to have the cloud couch. I don't have to have all these amazing things. Like, yeah, I can aspire to it, but that's just the internet. You get some of these things. Like, I've gotten some PR packages and I'm like, oh, people are ranting and raving about this brand or whatever. I'll try it. I'm like, wow, I want it so much to want this because everybody on Instagram told me it's amazing. And now that I have it for myself, I'm like, what a waste of space. Just stay in your own lane. Trust me, you're never gonna regret staying in your own lane. Travel solo at least once. It will change your relationship with yourself. Doing things by yourself helps you really find who you are as an individual. You figure out what you like, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, who you want to be around, who you don't want to be around. It just really opens up your eyes. Even if you're married or in a relationship, it's okay for you to say, I want to do a solo trip. I have a friend that is married and she does solo trips all the time without her husband, and they also travel together. So it's just taking that space to not have to worry about someone else, and even having that one-on-one time with God is just like chef's kiss. Speak up for yourself sooner. Silence feels safe, but regrets last longer. Yeah, speak up for yourself. Don't wait. The moment you feel something's not right, and I promise you, my friends will vouch for me when I say that when I feel like something's not right, I'm gonna speak on it immediately and be honest about it. I'm not afraid of what the outcome is gonna be of me speaking out. I've never regretted being like, oh, I wish I never said anything. Be honest. And people say to me all the time, they're like, how are you so honest? And people don't get offended. And it's because people know my heart. I'm never going out of my way to hurt anybody's feelings. I never intend to hurt anybody's, but I will speak up for myself. I will not let people play in my face. And I also pick and choose my battles. Like, don't get me wrong. There's times where I'm like, I'm not going to say nothing about this because they didn't mean to be mean. They didn't mean to be rude. I'm really good at seeing people's intent and knowing that's not what they were trying to do. You know what I mean? There are many men that I wish I would have said, hey, I like you, that I didn't. And here we are, I'm single. Protect your body. It's the only home you have to live in. Oh my God. Just wish that like I had so much more self-worth than what I did when I have so much more self-worth now than when I was younger for sure. But I wish I would have had it all along because I would have valued my body so much more. I would have been a little bit more particular about the foods I put in my mouth. I would have paid attention to myself, my health, my thoughts, what I'm speaking onto myself, like the negative speech that I put against my body and who I am, the way I speak to myself. I'm talking mentally and physically. We're not just talking about eating poorly and not exercising. I'm talking about how you treat yourself as a human and how you speak to yourself and how you can sit in depression and anxiety for longer than you have to. I'm grateful that I was able to come out of depression. I haven't had a depressive episode in a while because every time I get in that icky moment, I go straight to God now, and that was never my norm before. So I am happy now that I'm taking care of my body, but I could have been that girl back then. I was that girl back then. I just didn't know it. I genuinely did not know I was that girl. As far as my body goes, I could have been a lot further in my health and fitness goals if I would have just locked in sooner. But I don't regret having the moments and the time to learn about myself. Like, it allowed me to make the mistake. I have the opportunity to fix the mistakes I might have made with my body. I don't think I necessarily need fixing. I think it's just more of I want to be aligned mentally, physically, spiritually. I want everything to align with scripture. I want to be healthy. This is a temple, and I want to put my effort into making sure that she's everything that she can be. Let yourself be bad at new things. Oh my God, one of my favorite ones. I'm so bad at tennis, but I have the time of my life playing it. It brings me so much joy to just have fun with my friends, to learn a new skill, to take my time to figure it out. It's so much fun. I genuinely enjoy every part of it. If I would have just quit the first tennis lesson, I definitely wouldn't have improved as much as I have, but it took years, lots of lessons for me to even be able to just hit the ball over the net back to someone. But I enjoyed the frustration. I enjoyed the moment, and I don't regret it. I really don't. All right, we only have 3 more. If you made it all the way here, give this video a big thumbs up. I'm so sorry that the last one was such a long video, but I'm so happy that this one's like moving along. Stop looking for permission. You don't need it. This is 31. You don't need to ask your mom and dad to do the things that you want to do when you're an adult, I should say, and you're in your 20s. I quit my job and everybody advised me against it. best decision of my life. I did a lot of things that I didn't want to do. I did go to a college that I didn't want to go to, and I did speak up, but I spoke up too late about it. I wouldn't necessarily change that because it made me the person I am today, but I sometimes wonder where I would have been if I would have just waited like I wanted to. I had a really good work ethic, and I kind of feel like I could have used my younger years to grind it out, but I listened to the people around me. I don't know, you take it for how you want to take it. I don't regret it, but I do wish sometimes, or I do wonder, like I said, I wonder what it would have been like if I would have made my own decision in that sense, because unfortunately I didn't have the opportunity to do that. Happiness is not the finish line, it's an everyday choice. Oh God, thank you for that. I needed that. I needed to hear that for myself, because we think that happiness or joy is a feeling, and it's not. It's literally a choice. I can choose to be miserable. I really can decide this is a horrible day, or I could decide, okay, things are not going right, but it is what it is. The little things that are going wrong in my life doesn't change who I am and the goals that God has for me. The devil will use things against you to stop you from hitting your ultimate goal or steer you away from your assignment. I just can't imagine what life would look like if happiness wasn't a choice. There are times where I am sad, like things will happen and I'm like, wow, I'm sad. But I also know that because I have such a good relationship with God, none of it matters at the end of the day. The only thing that matters is that you are good with God and you are good with you. And then lastly, 33, you are allowed to reinvent yourself as many times as you want. You can start a new career, start a new podcast, quit social, become a doctor. You can do whatever you want. Life looks different for everyone, and it's up to you to have your own life. I am so blessed and honored to have this platform. I would have never guessed 5 years ago that I would be still doing this. I would have never guessed 10 years ago that I would even want to strive to do this. And I also never thought that people would care about anything I would have to say. And I'm still like building my audience and learning my voice for sure. But the people who do appreciate everything that I'm doing, I just want to go ahead and give you a huge thank you for that support, for being there for me every step of the way. I'm super excited for the future for sure, because I'm very hard on myself and I'm working very hard on not fixing things that are not broken. I think that everything's broken in me all the time and that I need to do better. But like, girl, you're good. You could be who you are. Yes, you can strive to do things better, but that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. And if you want to start over, do it. There's no rules in this world when it comes to what you want to do with your life, your body, your mind, and your heart. So that is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. Comment below if you have any other video ideas you would like me to do. Happy birthday to me. Yeah, I'm just so excited to see where the future holds. I feel so good in this moment. Should I put this nose ring in? Ow, how do I look with it? Stupid, I look dumb, but I love you guys and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.